State 25-24.
Ooh.
And so Iowa's record, I think, is 5-2. And Penn State's is
Have they won a game?
2-4 or 5 or 2, I don't know. Anyway, and they were ranked number 2 at the beginning of the season.
Mhm.
So anyway, and their coach got fired for the weekend. Was it this weekend or a week ago?
Tina, we're talking about something
Huh?
important.
It was a week ago.
I did.
Then this weekend, let's see,
We are
Florida
live.
fired their
We
coach.
are live.
So anyway, it's kind of humorous. Are we live?
We are live,
Hey.
Mr. Chairman.
This is Football Chatter. What's the Saturday morning show with Pat McAfee?
Game day.
Game day is game day on Monday morning at 10 o'clock.
Care quarterback day.
Pia, did you hear all that?
I did, and I'm actually visiting a friend in Michigan, and I went to the Big House on Saturday.
Oh, that was a good game.
And we're still thinking about going over to Detroit for Monday Night Football, but I think we're going to pass on that and just watch it tonight on TV. So yeah, it's been an exciting time, and go Hoosiers.
Go
Oh,
Hoosiers.
didn't even mention the Colts.
Colts?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the Colts.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're leading the league right now. So
Isn't
root for
that
the
something?
We
yeah, root
probably
for
ought to
the
do
Lions
something
tonight.
Well,
Now,
with
let me
that,
bring us back down to earth.
well,
We'll
with
talk about the
that,
Bears next week.
Monday morning football here at Bartholomew County Commissioners is over till next Monday morning.
Okay.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you now to the Bartholomew County Commissioners meeting. It is October 20th, 2025. And this morning, Larry Finance will lead us in a invocation and pledge. If you can rise in this room, please do so. Larry, it's yours.
Our Heavenly Father, we bow our heads today and give thanks unto Thee for all the blessings that we have in our lives. We're especially grateful to be citizens of this great nation. Please help us to understand what comes with that and help us be willing to do our part. We're grateful for the privilege of participating in local government. Please be with us today and help us to make good decisions. We ask that Thou will be with all of our citizens throughout our county, especially those who are suffering with great challenges. These things we pray for in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have to come in at 10 till 10
Yeah, start the political football.
to do our football show prior to 10
Our
o'clock.
football show.
Okay.
Our audience might be 100 people.
Yeah, we may get a,
Yeah.
And they'll all leave at 10 o'clock.
Eric, we may get a following, huh? Okay, we're gonna get started here. First item of business, we have approval of minutes of both 10-6
I will move.
and 10-9.
Move to approve those minutes.
Second. Got a motion from Larry in a second to approve those two sets of minutes. All in favor of that motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed. Motion carried. And I am going to sign these right quick. Our next item, then we are on to weekly reports. We have 2 weeks of weekly reports. Again, big weeks, the week of 10-6 through 10-10, 46 permits issued. Fees collected, $16,383. The estimated value of construction, $19,708,887. Then for the week of 10-13 to 10-17, 41 permits issued. Fees collected $8,536, and the estimated value of construction $3,023,464. And these reports are always available in code enforcement office upstairs. Bartholomew County is still continuing to grow.
Can I just take a quick second to comment on those weekly reports? You know, I sit on the Economic Development Committee. And so as we learn more about SEA one, and how that's going to affect taxation coming up in Bartholomew County, everywhere in the state of Indiana, but particularly in Bartholomew County, it's becoming more clear how important economic development is going to become going down the road. Property taxes are anticipated to go down quite a bit. Income taxes will come up a certain percentage to make up for that if SEA one continues the same way as it's currently written and passed. We are so fortunate in Bartholomew County to be a county that can read these kinds of weekly building reports. This is going to become more and more and more crucial, this economic development, business growth for the continued success of Bartholomew County. A lot of counties will never see a permit report like this. And so anyway, we're just very, very fortunate here. I just want to say.
Yeah, yep. Our next item, we got County Highway, our engineer with us, Danny Hollander. Good morning, Danny.
Morning. Daniel?
Crew report for the last 2 weeks. We've been sidewinding on overlay roads, putting shoulders back, 265 north, Huffer Road, 425 east, 350 east, 250 east, and 100 east.
We always use 53s, don't we, unless
Or
it's.
73s.
Okay.
Yeah. We're working on removing that field tile that's underneath 800 north. Cut tree limbs on 25 east. We did some milling on Truck Wash Road. We picked up debris that was on Southern Crossing. I don't know, blew out of somebody's truck on the way to the landfill or what, but and we mowed in Wayne, Jackson, and Hall Creek Township. Then Milestone paved, Spray Road, 425 east, 100 north, and 475 east.
Any questions for Danny? We got a couple, 3 items here for us to consider for you, Danny. First of all, some paving out there at the highway garage. Specifically, you got 3 proposals here for the salt barn floor. And those 3 proposals, All-Star Paving was the highest at $74,062.10. O'Mara Contracting out of North Vernon at All Stars out of Seymour. O'Mara out of North Vernon, $73,200. And then Milestone Contractors here out of Columbus, $51,232. That low quote acceptable?
Yes, it is.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Larry and a second to approve that proposal by Milestone, $51,232. All in favor of that motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed.
And we'll use seed.
Motion carried. And we out.
Danny, they're gonna put asphalt in there because the salt eats away the concrete, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can put additives in the concrete, but we had asphalt in the old one and it worked great.
It's a little more flexible too.
Yeah, it's,
I mean, you don't want to flex, but I think it wears better.
I mean, the concrete, where the salt would be an issue would be when it gets down into the rebar. I mean, as long as you keep it sealed and keep but it'll crack and it'll get in there, but
Okay.
that, we had good luck with the asphalt before. That's why we went back with that.
And then the other item, you're gonna do some additional yard paving out there, and those quotes were a little closer. Dave O'Mara was high at 10,750. All-Star Paving was in the middle at 10,474.50. And Milestone was low at 10,246. And that's
I'd make a motion that
acceptable.
we approve that Milestone bid at $10,246.
Second.
Got a motion from Tony and a second to approve that proposal as well. To Milestone, all in favor of that motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion carried. And note that Danny, I think, is gonna pay for that out of his highway funds.
Right.
Okay. What's the next item? It's a little bigger price tag.
Community crossing grant time again, and they're due by the end of the month, and we have to have a financial commitment letter saying that we'll, if they give us the grant, we'll have the money to match it. So that's what this letter is saying.
I'll make a motion that we approve that letter and go ahead and sign it.
Second.
A motion from Larry and a second to sign that financial commitment letter for community crossings grant money. All in favor of that motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed.
And for those
Motion
who,
carried.
for those who may not understand, because we do it every year, so we understand it, but Eric here is new from the Republic. He might not know about this, but this is a match grant, Eric. This is money that we use to repave our roads. And it's a 1-to-1 match. We apply for $1 million, we have to pay $1 million. And then we get $2 million worth of roads paved. We don't know if we're gonna be able to do this again after next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of House Bill 1461. It's changing. This was $1.5 million this year,
Yeah.
and now it's down to $1 million.
Yeah, but this is the new rules. I mean, they're only doing,
No guarantee we'll get $1 million.
No,
Right.
no, it went from 350 million statewide to 100 million. So
Yeah.
there's a lot smaller pool to draw from.
Right.
So,
Well, and I've asked our attorney to find a way to opt out of some of that gasoline tax that all of our citizens pay every time we fill up with fuel. I went down to South Carolina last week. Tony, what was the cheapest you bought gas down there?
234.
234. I saw some 247s, and I got back up to Circle K out on the west side and I got sobered real quick. It was 319 still. But we pay all that gasoline tax, and our county attorney, Mr. James A. Shove, trying to figure out a way to opt out of 10 cents of the 58 cents that we pay in gasoline tax. Then the state won't have to give us any of the money our citizens pay back. And we'll just live on that 10 cents gasoline tax. But
Let's not hold our
Mr.
breath.
Shove
on that.
doesn't think that we can do that.
Mr. London agrees.
As soon as they get the bears start playing.
Anyway, so we're asking for money that our citizens really pay in gasoline tax. Now, I know our citizens, I used federal highways all the way down to South Carolina. And I know a lot of money goes to pay for that. But it's also used for local and county roads, city streets.
Well, if we
And I
do,
hate the aspect of he who has the gold makes the rules. And the rules have changed, and we're not gonna get the money that our citizens are paying in, and it's just not right.
well,
It's not right, and I'm surprised
We're
our
already cut down.
legislators are doing it.
we're already cut down a third, right? So last year we put $3 million into paving, and that got us roughly 30 miles, right? Roughly. This year, we're gonna have $2 million, so
if we get it.
if we get it, so that means 10 miles less right out of the bucket. So it means our roads have to last longer. And so, this is a tricky situation if we don't have a wheel tax. If we had a wheel tax, yeah, they'll throw money at us as long as we tax our citizens more. And our county council, in my view, I think we ever all share this view, wisely chose not to continue to tax our citizens into oblivion and.
We just want our small portion. That's all we're asking
Yeah,
for, that
it's
we're
just-
paying, but it's not gonna happen.
Very frustrating. Anyway, Eric, that was for you, just so you have a little better understanding of that.
And when you get gas this week, Eric, just think 58 cents of every gallon is going up the State House.
All right, I will.
As a side note, Tony said in a text last week that he felt like he was stealing it at 234.
Well, I
He had
bought,
a bad feeling when he left the station.
And I'll tell you the real story. He was at Bucky's.
Yeah, I was.
Tony London was at Bucky's.
I was at Buck, well, they get you, you know, they sell you cheap gas, but then more than made up for it on them beaver nuggets. that they
Yeah.
sell.
Those are addictive.
All right.
Is that it,
Oh,
Danny?
I have.
We tend to get
We're a
off
little,
on
we've
tangents.
missed each other for a
Yeah,
while.
get off on tangents. Anything else for our highway engineer? Yeah, Philip.
Right, Carl, I just like to acknowledge to the board here that I already said to Danny, the Azalea Bridge is open. And I tell you, it's a marvelous road, not only for recreation as well as commerce. As you well know, there's a lot of truck traffic down that way. And we thank the county for, getting that done so well, and it is a pleasurable drive there. The bridge is wonderful, the new pavement, as far as the asphalt is great, and it's a nice little drive.
Good. Thank you for bringing
On
that
behalf
up.
of us that live in the south, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
I will never forget, John Martosha, you can testify to this, 2008 flood. Water everywhere down there at Azalea. There was a dog stranded on the top of Azalea Bridge that John Martosha rescued in the sheriff's airboat. Risked his life to save that stranded dog.
The dog bite him?
The poor dog did not want to get in that boat, as I remember it. And the dog said, he even spoke in English. He said, if you'll just leave me alone, if you'll just leave me alone, in 2 days, I'll walk off this bridge.
Yeah,
and be just
water.
fine." But we rescued that dog. I've always been proud of that.
Thanks for saying that, Mr. Wickman.
Thank you. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Philip. Our next item, we have our IT director, Scott Mays, with us, and Scott's got an item here.
Yep, I have a hardening control unit for the jail's intercom system. This is a fairly aged system that our resellers have proposed that we want to replace, or they want to replace it for us, but the manufacturer continues to fully support it. So the IT department has gotten certified on this equipment, and we've been supporting the jail, the intercom system for the jail, fully for the past several years. With the aging equipment, we have one we need to send in for an RMA repair, but we would like to purchase a replacement to put in place while it's out being repaired and to have on the shelf because of the age of the equipment. To replace it would be up to $500,000, but the manufacturer tells us there's no reason to replace it. I'm looking at John Martosha over here. We've had these conversations a little bit. And as long as the manufacturer will continue to support their equipment, then we see no reason to make that expenditure. We'll just keep the current one running. As long as the jail's happy with that.
So you need a digital communication controller with equipment, and that is $10,040.77.
That's right.
I would make a motion that we approve that expense.
I'll second.
I've got a motion from Tony and a second to purchase this controller unit for the intercom system at the jail. All in favor of that motion signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye. Those opposed. Motion carried. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you. Yes. That'll make it sleep a little better.
Next up then, we do have Major John Martosha with us, and you're wanting to take care of a couple items.
Yeah. The
Good
first
morning,
one
John.
Morning. First one's gonna be the SRO, School Resource Officer.
Yeah,
We were approved with the school corporation to hire another one, which we did. Just to have the addendum so that we can get reimbursed, the county get reimbursed for the officer, fuel, uniform, all that stuff. Salary.
Does the school system pay 100% of that?
Yeah, they pay everything, even, gas every month. They give a certain amount of gas for that officer to fuel the car up. So I think the only thing we provide is a car.
Is this a new position or is this
It's a new one.
it's a new?
So we actually have two with, Bartholomew County School Corporation and one with Flat Rock.
Yeah.
So basically what this is
Takes
adding
from
one to the.
3 to
school
4?
corporation. I'm sorry?
Will this take us from 4 to 5?
No, actually two with the Bartholomew County School Corporation, one with.
Oh, I see what you're
Flat
saying.
Rock. Yeah,
So
we,
3 for BCSC and 1 for Flat Rock after this after this agreement?
No,
two
We
with,
only have 1 now.
Yes.
we did have one. We went ahead and started the second one because we were able to
Uh-huh.
at the beginning of the school year.
Uh-huh.
But to get reimbursed from the,
Gotcha.
from the school corporation, we just need this signed.
Okay.
okay. I'd make a motion, we go ahead then and sign this addendum number 1 with this MOU between the school corporation and the sheriff's office
I'll second.
for this SRO. And I got a second from Larry. Motion by myself. All in favor of that motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed. Motion
John.
carried.
Tell us in your opinion, and I value your opinion, the SRO officers in the schools, why do you like it?
Just for the safety of our children and the people that work there. I mean, it's the biggest thing. Now I think there's good rapport that the kids get with the officers. So when they see somebody in uniform, we aren't the bad guys.
Yeah, and I think that's as much of a positive as anything.
Yes.
I really do. And I've run a few kids through that school system, and went through it myself. Didn't have officers for most of that, but
Right.
I think in this day and age, it really creates a good rapport. I really do.
I agree.
Can I give a quick example of why they're powerful? A few years ago at East High School, a young lady was gone to lunch and her friends had a vape. And she tried it. They said, oh, it's something. And she tried it. Turns out it had fentanyl in it. And nobody knew that. And she went back to school and just fell down and she was gonna die right there on school grounds. And the school resource officer, Julie Quisenberry at the time, saved her life. And she had Narcan on her and saved her life and brought her back. And the SROs are invaluable.
Yes.
They really, really are. And I'm glad to see them in they go to all the county schools, right? They go to
Yeah,
all.
they'll go, show up at any time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think it's great that they're really building relationships with the kids, and they really are.
Yes.
I saw one a couple weeks ago in a video that the kids made for one of their classes, and the SRO played a role, so that was pretty neat.
Oh, good.
Next item. John.
Next item, drones. We currently have some drones and we're getting ready to purchase more. Been approved to purchase them. I'm basically here to get them insured. One of the drones, I mean, what they are basically helicopters without pilots sitting in them. So we contacted the insurance company. They're saying estimate roughly 3,500 a year for the 5 drones, and need to come get approval.
This is to buy a drone.
Yeah.
That's what this says.
Yeah, I thought it was to purchase the drone.
No, it's for the insurance. We can already purchase them. But I just wanted to come here to make sure we can get them insured before I purchase them.
Have we ran them through a meeting for you to purchase them
I
already?
did, it's non-taxpayer dollars, so it doesn't need to go through a meeting according to statute. This is just to make sure we can get them insured.
Okay.
It's like buying
I
a,
misunderstood you then. Sorry about that.
sorry.
That's okay.
It's like buying a car, you gotta have insurance, so, one of the drones is actually, will carry a payload, so, it'll be used for a number of things, but for water rescue, I'm just gonna give an example. You got somebody clinging to a limb out there on the river, which we have flooding all the time. In order to get a boat in there, it could take, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour. This drone can go, actually take a life preserver, take it out there, drop it down to them. There's all kinds of other functions for this drone, but that's like one of the main ones.
I think we need to ask our attorney.
Can we do this,
I
Jim?
think we need to ask our attorney.
I mean, it's not critical, can you just advertise it next week? Is it gonna be critical to get it into next week?
We just want to get it. I mean, that doesn't,
I would.
whatever you guys wanna
I'd be
do.
sure to get it, we have notice of draw, right?
Well, we not, we put it
Well,
down
let's
as a
approve the
proposal
purchase of
for
it.
5 drones.
And we can argue later about whether we had to approve it or not. We know we're gonna get them.
No, we already have the drone.
no, I don't have, I did not,
We've already ordered.
we did not, no, not yet. Did not want to do it till, make sure that
Yeah,
the
let's-
county's willing to insure them.
Let's do that, because we're gonna approve it. Even if it's next week, we're gonna approve the purchase of it. And we can squabble between each other about whether we have the authority to do it or not. We need to approve it so that we can insure the equipment.
Correct.
So I'll make a motion that we approve the low quote. Were there two quotes?
No.
No, no.
No, on
Okay.
this, there's,
Two different drones.
yeah, and I'll tell you about the drones. So if we got another quote, it's gonna be close to 2 times the amount of this drone. They're so different, the drones and the capabilities. This is what we're looking at. This is what we need.
It's paid
So,
for out
but
of the
it's not,
commissary.
yeah, so it's not, doesn't need approved whether buy it or not.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the purchase of these drones for insurance purposes, $94,539.
I'm gonna push back a little bit. I think we need to pull back and wait a week and get this properly.
So we're gonna approve it next week.
Well, I don't know. We're gonna vote on it
We'll
next week.
approve it next week.
And that's just for the insurance portion, correct?
What's on our agenda right now is to prove the purchase of these
Yeah, so
drones.
that doesn't need approved.
Yeah, and
But-
so we have not advertised the approval of the insurance.
That's what I'm looking for.
And so I think we need to back out, scratch this off for today and come back next week with the proper advertisement.
So you want us to advertise it to say approval of insurance for 5 drones?
Whatever the sheriff's department says they need.
And we've never done that
We've
before.
never, ever.
Never,
done
as
that.
long as I've been.
I'm not, I mean, it's.
I don't,
just
I don't
figured-
think any of this has to be approved. From my perspective, as county auditor, I will approve this payment because, I mean, I'm not even gonna see it because he's being paid, the drones are being paid out of the commissary fund.
Well, I
But-
have a motion.
But by adding it to the insurance, and it's less than $5,000, I won't even need any commissioner approval for that.
Well, John
for what
brought it
that's
to
worth.
us. My motion was to approve the purchase for insurance purposes. If I don't get a second, it dies and that's okay. I understand. Not a big deal. I just know we gotta get coverage for them because they're gonna get it. They're gonna get the drones.
I just didn't want to purchase them and then,
Right.
hey, we aren't gonna insure it, so. that's-
Sometimes you're better off to ask for
Well,
forgiveness.
no, I've had to do that before, no thanks.
Well, we're in a quandary here, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm gonna second Larry's motion. If we need to advertise it, we need to act on it, we'll figure that out between now and next Monday. And, if P is correct and we can take care of it in-house, we'll do that. So is there a second for Larry's motion? I'm gonna let it die. No offense.
I'll second the motion.
Can't do that. John,
I'll see
we
you next
appreciate
Monday.
you
No
coming
problem.
over. Now,
What if I do it in a
tell us
different
just a little bitty bit about the UTV ordinance and how it's went.
So
About 2 months in now.
yeah, our county's only issued 1 citation for the ordinance violation.
Wow.
A golf cart on a county road, they're lucky that weren't hit by a car.
Mhm.
But I've noticed there's actually in my neighborhood less people riding golf carts
Now that it's
now
legal.
that it's legal. I have seen some really expensive ones that, thought you could buy a Jeep and take the top off of it and ride
Oh.
around, but anyway, It seems to be going okay. I mean, there's some I've noticed, just like, off duty that they may be crossing, onto a city road out in the county, not realizing it's a city road, but for the most part, it's worked out pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you for the update.
I'm
I'm
glad
surprised
it's going as
we
smooth
only
as.
had one citation. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how word spreds.
Yes.
When somebody does get a citation.
And there are a few knuckleheads out there that don't get caught.
Yep, I'm sure there is.
But for the most part, people are taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, John. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Our next item, we got 2 or 3 housekeeping items. First of all, consideration of the 2026 holiday schedule for the county. And we have that here, and I would be glad to give that to the Republic here when we get ready to leave for the next couple of schedules. I'd make a motion, we approve that holiday schedule as printed here for 2026.
I'll second.
Motion made by myself, seconded to approve that holiday schedule. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed. Motion carried.
And we should apologize to Tina and Brooke again this year that their birthdays are not national holiday.
The other idea that's okay.
Next item will then be the commissioners' monthly meeting schedule. And basically, we meet every Monday at 10 o'clock, except in January will be Martin Luther King Day. February is President's Day. March will be a spring break, no meeting day. End of May, Memorial Day. It does appear that July is intact. We will be here on the 6th of July. Labor Day of September, no meeting, and fall break of next October, no meeting. That's the meeting schedule.
I'd make a motion to approve next year's meeting schedule.
I'll second.
I got a motion by Tony and a second to approve that monthly meeting schedule. All in favor of that motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed. Motion carried. Finally, we have then the 2026 voucher and payroll schedules. And they are basically every 2 weeks throughout the coming year. And those will be paid here according to this schedule. I think it's not going to read all of that. Payroll schedule. I'm just looking, Tina, does the payroll and the voucher end up being offsetting weeks for the most part? Whereas this year, we approved them both same Monday throughout the year.
End up happening, but
So next year, we will approve vouchers or claims on one Monday, and we'll approve payroll then the following Monday.
Make a motion that we approve our 2026 voucher schedule.
I'll second.
And payroll, want to do that? Amend your motion?
Well, I can, if you want, yeah, we could do it at once and to include our payroll schedule as well.
I'll second.
I got a motion from Tony and a second to approve both that voucher and payroll schedule. All in favor of that motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carried. Last item, we have an American Rescue Plan report. And Pia, would you like to speak to that briefly?
Sure, I have submitted the American Rescue Plan report to the Department of the Treasury, and there was no activity. So I submitted the report that there was no activity. We still have a $4 million balance in that fund, and that will be spent on broadband. I will ask that Commissioner London give you an update on that. But I just wanted to bring before you that I did do my part by submitting the information to the Department of the Treasury.
Before Tony gives that report or update, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve the third quarter report prepared by our auditor, P. O'Connor.
I'll second.
Motion by myself and seconded to approve that third quarter report on the American Rescue Plan dollars. All in favor of that motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Tony,
Mhm.
first of all, thank you, Pia, for joining us this morning from lovely Michigan and participating. Tony, tell us a couple of tidbits that that the Wild West is still not dead.
Yeah, broadband in Bartholomew County. So it's challenging. It's still ongoing. It's not a dead project by any stretch of the imagination. The bankruptcy of True Line, the construction company that was building, threw everything into chaos for several months. That seems to be about done. I believe that Hoosier Fiber, which is now called M Street Fiber, is starting up again. They've been starting to build more of the network. It's very confusing to a lot of people. I've been getting a lot of phone calls and messages. There's a company called Main Street Fiber. And Main Street Fiber is a company that is headquartered in Brown County. That is where they're from. They specialize in rural fiber. For some reason, Hoosier Fiber changed their name to M Street Fiber. So now we have M Street Fiber and Main Street Fiber. They're not the same thing, right? They're two separate companies. M Street Fiber is the company that the county chose to participate in our program. It's important to note that we have not paid any internet companies a dime. Not M Street, not Hoosier Fiber, not Main Street, nothing. No county dollars have been paid out on this project whatsoever. The deal we have with M Street Fiber is that if they pass 85% of the addresses in Bartholomew County, they will be awarded that $4 million from our ARPA funds. They have not done that. As we all know, those ARPA funds, if they are not spent by the end of 2026, December 31st, then that money goes back to the federal government or the state government. I don't know who gets it, but we don't get to keep it. M Street Fiber is well aware that they will not receive that money if we have to send it back. So bottom line is the county has not spent a dime on this project. Well, we might have spent a little bit of legal money back when we were putting the contract together, but we have no outstanding debts or obligations unless M Street Fiber passes that 85% mark. Do we think they're going to do it by the end of this year, next year? I do. I think they're going to do it by the end of next year. But everybody is on notice that once that money goes back, that money's no longer available to anyone. Now, some people are getting confused, particularly in the southwestern part of the county, that they're getting confused with Main Street Fiber and M Street Fiber. And I certainly understand how that would happen. I don't know why they chose that name. It just muddies the whole water. But basically what you're dealing with is the county's company, M Street Fiber, the provider for that project is gigabitnow.com. Gigabit Now. So M Street Fiber is never going to go to anybody to try to sign them up. It's going to be Gigabit Now. It's going to be Main Street Fiber. You're going to see Xfinity building out there. You're going to see AT&T building out there. And you may even see some other companies that are doing this on their own. As Commissioner Lenup said, it's the Wild West. There's no regulation with regard to the internet. So just understand that the company is called Gigabit Now. That's the company that's working with the county's project. Main Street Fiber is working completely on their own. They're not getting any money from the county whatsoever. They did get some state grants, but nothing from the county. So I apologize for any confusion. Obviously, none of these things would have happened if we'd had our way, but they are continuing to build. No project is dead. And it's just taken longer because the nature of business, I guess.
Tony, do you recall, and Jim wasn't here. When we signed the original contract with Hoosier Fiber,
Yeah,
I would assume we had a performance bond with that.
no, because
They
they,
didn't, yeah, and I.
no, we never had a performance bond because they're not working for us.
Right,
And they're not, we have a
I
performance
understand
bond
that.
when you build a building
yeah.
or build
buy-
a bridge
yeah,
or a road or something like that. But they're not building anything that we're gonna
that We're
own.
gonna own.
And so there was no performance bond. There would have been no reason for performance bond because they're using their own money. And we're not gonna own anything, so
And paying their own bills.
they're paying their own bills. We're not partners, none of that sort of thing. So that's where we are with the fiber project. The good news is thousands of homes already have great fiber from Gigabit Now. Most of them are in the north of the county. And they're still going all over the county. They're just doing it a lot slower than we wanted them to. But they're doing it. And a lot of houses that didn't have any internet at all now have
Did
great
they-
internet.
Did they go down Georgetown?
Not yet.
They came down.
No, they
my road.
may have built it.
Yeah, they built it on 500 West,
Yeah.
but I don't know where they stopped.
But anyway, that's my update with that. If anybody has any questions, I'm more than happy to answer. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Tony. Any other items to bring before us today?
Carl, let me add one more thing to that.
Mhm.
Tony's address there can sound confusing, but the good thing to the consumer, which is all of us at our homes, is you'll have competition.
Well, that's it. When it's all
It'll
said and
drive the
done.
price. If I, as a consumer, have three options, you're gonna get the best price you can possibly get compared to your electricity.
No,
The
absolutely.
electricity or water is kind of the same. Water has gone through the sky
Yeah,
cost in Bartholomew County. Now Jennings County, water's cheap.
yeah.
But anyway, the good news is our bills are gonna be cheaper because of the competition.
Absolutely true. Choice is always a good thing.
Sorry, Carl, I interrupted you.
No. Any other items? We'll be back here next Monday morning, a little bit early for our football show, and at 10 o'clock for our official business. Thank you.